It's days where I would make buku money. It's days where I would make slim to no money. Whenever I would have a slow period, I found myself becoming just very impulsive. Lash courses are lasting 2 hours. It's another thing to know how to maintain that business that is making money. Maintain that money. I actually wanted to quit doing lashes. Let's get into this video. Hey girl boss! Young rich, I feel like I got something. Today's video is going to be mukbang style. Mukbang. I got me some tacos. 3 tacos, some rice, and some beans. We're gonna be having a little chat. I also got me some fried ice cream. This looks really good. Frosted flakes, whipped cream, some chocolate drizzle, strawberry drizzles, cherries. I can't wait to try this. Pineapple harito. Today's video is going to be mukbang style. Like I said, I'm going to be chatting with you all while I get my grub on, and the topics of conversation are pretty much going to be being a lash tech, my viewpoints on a few things within the industry, entrepreneurship world. I actually created a few questions on my own. I came up with this idea super last minute, probably 30 minutes ago. I just put the questions in my notes section because I didn't have time to, like, you know, reach out to y'all for questions. So I just created a list of some very good questions beneficial to people aspiring to be in the beauty industry, people already in the beauty industry, at whatever stage you are within your professional career as an entrepreneur, lash tech, whatever. If you are interested in this video, you already know what to do. Before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe to the Girl Boss Tribe, because we are a total vibe over here. And turn your post notifications on so that you don't miss a beat. Let's get into this video. I wish I could keep my food propped up right here because I feel like one of the best things about a mukbang is actually being able to see the food along with listening to the conversation, but my tray isn't big enough, so I'll just eat it like this for as long as my arm doesn't get tired. Before we get started into these topics, I'm just gonna have to take a few bites first. I'm hungry. We're gonna start it off with this. What is your biggest lesson as a business owner this year? My biggest lesson as a business owner this year, I felt like had to be patient and understanding that worry is a waste, and understanding financial literacy. It's been points of time throughout my business, not even just this year, but period. The journey is so important. When it comes to delayed gratification, sometimes I can be a bit impatient. I'll do something and literally want to see results right then and there. And if I don't see results right then and there, I'm like, oh gosh, this isn't working. This year I had to learn to, like, just trust the process. Even if I still haven't seen the fruits of the labor I've been putting in, just relax and trust the process. There are so many lessons in trial and error. There are so many lessons in delayed gratification, so many lessons in failure. Prime example, like when it comes to clientele, my schedule isn't always filled up to the brim. My schedule isn't always jam-packed with clients. Although on some days I would like that, the reality is it's not always like that. But even with it not being like that, I can still appreciate the work that I've put into my business to get it to where it's at right now, because it's nowhere like how it was when I first started, and for that I'm appreciative. Another one was that worry is a waste. Worry is truly a waste because the result is going to be the result at the end of the day. We as humans can try to control outcomes, can try to control people or situations, but honestly at the end of the day, God is in control. Regardless of what you want, regardless of when you want it, how you want it, where you want it, whatever, at the end of the day it's going to be presented to you exactly the way that it's supposed to be presented to you. When I say worry is a waste, like, I just remember so many times I would kind of worry if, like, being transparent, we getting into it in the beginning of the video. It's days where I would make buku money. It's days where I would make slim to no money. Those days would worry me because bills not stopping, and I would get into like worrying and everything like that. But looking back, I always realized that every single time I felt like stuff just wouldn't work out, things were just overwhelming, I will always come out successful, on top. It will always get handled. It will always work itself out just somehow. And it's kind of like, why worry about something that either one hasn't happened or two you have no control over? That's energy that doesn't really need to be confused. And I don't mean to even say it like that, because I know it's like some people can't help but to worry, and I'm still probably going to worry about a few things you know, in general, just in life. But I'm really learning how to understand that God is in control at the end of the day, and all things work itself out. Now, as far as financial literacy, when you work hard for your money, just putting it straight like this, straight to the point, I had to really check myself when it came to impulse buying things that didn't align with my values. For instance, if I'm trying to be healthier, why the heck am I going to Burger King and getting the Coca-Cola Freezy? Why am I going to Crumble Cookies? You know, like even little things like that or whatever. Just understanding financial literacy. I realized I started making more and more money, but my bills also became bigger and bigger. I swear it was almost as if I blinked and I'm like, whoa, when did I have this big expense like this? Like, bills just coming out of nowhere, things due that you totally forgot about. It's one thing to have a business that's making money. That's great, that's amazing, woohoo. It's another thing to know how to maintain that business that is making money, to know how to maintain that money. That's when we talking. You can have $1 million given to you tomorrow, but if you don't know how to manage that $1 million, that $1 million will be gone by the end of that year. Let's talk about it. So yeah, I had to really understand more financial literacy, and I'm still learning. Let me taste this taco. I hope this isn't the spicy sauce. This is the spicy one. Open up. You want a bite? That was kind of spicy. Next question. How do you stay motivated in business? I struggle with motivation a lot. Why do you think I'm not consistent putting out YouTube videos throughout the whole year? What I'm trying to do is focus more so on discipline. If you run off of motivation, you're gonna fail every time. I don't want to say that in a negative way. Motivation sometimes isn't strong enough to carry you through a lot of things. It has to be discipline. The discipline to get up and do what you need to do to get the lifestyle that you want, or get whatever thing it is that you want. So I'm trying to train myself to be more disciplined. Okay, you may not feel like doing this, but you have to be disciplined enough to do this so that you can get to XYZ. What is the greatest part about being a lash tech? So, my battery is about to die. Are you serious? One of the greatest things about being a lash tech, really just beyond being a lash tech, is the opportunities it's presented me with. I've met so many people from doing their lashes that have become actual friends. I've been able to create this YouTube channel. We're back in a different location because my camera died, so we're just gonna continue the video from here. Greatest part about being a lash tech, I remember I was saying something along the lines of all the opportunities being a lash tech has granted me. For instance, my YouTube channel, I've been able to grow an audience on this channel, which I'm so grateful, appreciative of. It's just allowed me to see how much I can do based off of being a lash tech. I'm on YouTube making graphic thumbnails, animations within my videos, sharing my life as a lash tech with the people who watch, and that's really cool to me. Relating it more so to the service of being a lash tech, one of the greatest things is the growth that comes from it. I remember my very first set compared to the lash sets that I do now. I actually wanted to quit doing lashes because I felt like it was more difficult than it looked, and it was very tedious, time consuming. Right when I was about to give up is when I saw a breakthrough. I'm always going off into tangents. I can never just answer a question straightforward. I'm sorry. But if you watch my video from a couple years ago, I titled it My Journey as a Lash Technician, or How I Became a Lash Technician, something like that. In that video, I talked about how I literally jumped the boat, jumped the gun, whatever you jumped something, ran ahead of myself. Before I even took my lash certification course, I already planned a photo shoot, was working on my website, not even taking the time to understand, hey Janae, it may take you some time to actually grasp this technique. It did. I took 7 hours on my first lash set and had a whole photo shoot scheduled to take place within the next week or two. Meanwhile, I'm taking 1,000,000 hours on a lash set. I just kept practicing. My sets just kept getting better and better. So yeah, the growth that comes with it, the people that I meet, the opportunities I'm able to create just simply off of being a lash tech. And by the people I meet, not even just clients, but other lash techs as well. I come across so many different lash technicians that I learn from, who learn from me. We come together and we support each other. One last thing is the freedom that comes with being a lash tech. tech. So depending on how far you take your business as a business owner, you have the freedom to create your schedule however you see fit for yourself. This doesn't mean just go taking all type of time off just because you can, but just being able to take a vacation whenever I want to, being able to block off my schedule whenever I need to tend to something else is something that I'm very grateful for. Next question, what is the hardest part about being a lash tech? I would say styling sometimes. It took me a while to truly understand, and I'm still learning to this day when I say this, but to truly grasp the technique of getting that really good wispy set. It was a point in time I was only going up 2 millimeters. I would have 12 millimeters and then try to make 14 millimeter spikes. I realized that sometimes you need to go up at least 4 millimeters to get that really nice wispy set. I used to struggle with whether I wanted to be known as a natural lash tech or a lash tech that is well versed in lots of styles. Yeah, I would just say complex styling was something that I really struggled with. The girlies on Instagram that are giving the lash map hacks and the tips and tricks have really helped me so much. So yeah, if you're on Instagram, definitely follow some good lash techs out there. I have a few favorites myself. What do you wish you did differently before starting your business? I wish I would have had a better strategy when it came to saving. When I started my business, I thought I had everything like organized and structured with how I wanted to run business. I had this journal filled with ideas, but honestly the idea part was great, but I truly needed a plan on pricing, whether I wanted to have my pricing set to where I'm getting paid hourly and not just according to different sets, whether I wanted to have one solid price for all sets and one solid price for all fill-in. Business is so deep. It's way deeper than what you think or what I thought. Some things I had to learn through trial and error. That's what I wish I would have done differently, was just educated myself more on the business side of running a business, as far as financial literacy, saving, structuring my business properly, because when I first started my business it was not an LLC as it is today. So yeah. Next question, if you weren't doing lashes, what would you be doing? I'm a little nervous to give my answer, but honestly, why would I give myself this question knowing how like shy I am about it? Just say it, Janae. I would be a singer. I love going to the studio and just writing, creating music, harmonizing. I love the creative arts. I love visuals, creative direction. It's one of my favorite things to do. I wish I could do more of it. Studio sessions get pretty expensive. I gotta run my business. I gotta make sure my money is being allocated the right way. That's what I would be doing. I would be singing. I will also be an author. Never even think I mentioned I have a book that I'm currently working on. I've been working on this book since 2020 and I do want to get it published. I actually gave myself a deadline of when I needed to be done with this book. It's January 2024. I love writing, I love singing. If I was not doing lashes, I would be doing that. 2 more questions and then we're gonna wrap this up. How do you handle slow periods? I mentioned this in quite a few of my vlogs. I'm always talking about things that you can do during slow periods. How I handle slow periods, a multitude of ways. There's been times when I would go get a part-time job lashing for another company. Other times I would use it as an opportunity to work on other aspects of the business, whether it's the marketing and branding, post on my YouTube channel more, get in some self-care, do my hair, get a new skincare routine, take a trip. Slow periods really used to worry me, but as I get older, just more experience in business, I'm realizing that it's okay to just stay still. Whenever I would have a slow period, I found myself becoming just very impulsive, going crazy with marketing, not even really truly understanding marketing, but just trying to like get my business out there in any way that I felt like would help it. Now for me, I'm realizing that I really get further when I kind of just not get so amped up and start making all these decisions, moving with no structure. If you are going through a slow period, just work on other aspects of your business that can benefit it. Work on another business that you didn't have the time to get off the ground, or get a part-time job. It's nothing wrong with getting a part-time job if you need to. What is some advice you'd give aspiring and current lash techs? For aspiring lash techs, I would say to just do it. If it's something you truly want to do, do it. Don't self-doubt, self-sabotage, like, oh, I can't do it, oh, the industry is oversaturated. Just do it. Do it, babe, because you'll thank yourself later when you stick to it and realize that it's a very great industry to be in. I will also say to truly vet whoever it is you decide to go to get your lash certification from, your lash license, your schooling, whatever. Make sure that you put some research into that person, pull up their accolades, go searching for some results to see if that is truly a person that you feel is worthy of teaching you. There's a lot of lash courses out here, y'all, and lash courses are lasting 2 hours, and they're giving you a set of tweezers and a mannequin head and some glue with a lash tray, not teaching you anything in between. Be careful who you take your lash course from. Make sure their intention is good. For current lash techs, keep going. Unless you truly feel like this is not the field for you, go wherever your heart is taking you. But if you know this is the field for you, but you're feeling a little discouraged, unmotivated, feeling like your business isn't getting anywhere, keep going. Maybe take a day or two to get your mind right if you need to. But after that, get right back in the field. And also, I would like to tell current lash techs that you are doing amazing, just for the simple fact that you are getting up and trying again for your business. I feel like I'm getting all sentimental. Am I getting sentimental? Anyway, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like another video like this, then let me know. Next time, y'all can give me some topics or questions and we can get into it or whatever. Before we end out this video, you already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Girl Boss Tribe, because we're a total vibe over here. And turn your post notifications on so that you don't miss a beat. And I will see you in my next video, Girl Bosses. Mwah!